like the song. Bobby Brackens. Didn't I mean if is that your like legit first and last name? Wasn't there a popular artist back in like the 2010s with Bobby Brackens, named Bobby Brackens, that had a song with New Boys? How's it going? How's it going? Smitty, the Emperor, the Emperor. Man, happy to see y'all. I'm happy to see y'all. Just wanted to hop on, do a live, and make it quick, you know. Nah, it isn't. Okay, because I for some reason I'm like, is that Bobby Brackens? Was he on the song with Lil Wayne? Was it Mrs. Officer? I can't even remember, dude. I gotta check it out. Hello, how's it going? Ignacio. How's everybody doing, man? Good to see y'all. Real quick, please try Baby Cat. I would love to try Baby Cat. Haven't tried it yet, but trust me, when I do, I'll absolutely be letting y'all know. By the way, real quick while we're early in this live, I watched Avatar: The Last Airbender on Netflix. I don't know why everybody was hating. I don't know why everybody was hating. Like, that show was good. Those actors were really good. And I went on, Instagram afterwards, like after I watched the show, I'm like, oh, like they're so talented. They're so young. And the comment section was like people ripping them up. They're like, oh, you should learn how to act, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, y'all are grown folks hating on like a 17-year-old girl. That's crazy. Like, that's fucking embarrassing. He was on 143. Dude, I'm gonna listen to that song literally right after this. I love that. I'll let you know. I haven't tried Hawas yet. I know so many people have been talking about Hawas. A lot of people have been buying Hawas, so I'm gonna assume it's a pretty good fragrance. Of course, I support human rights, man. Come on now. Naxos versus Leighton. Leighton is the easier one to like, or to pull off. That's what I should say. Naxos is more unisex than Leighton, but Naxos is so good, man. Naxos is, it's a mafia boss fragrance. At least that's what I call it. And I always say this on my lives, but I'll have people tell me, no, Melissa, it's not a mafia boss scent. It's too smooth. It's too well rounded. It doesn't, it's not like tough. I'm like, y'all. And they're describing a freaking henchman. I'm like, you're looking for somebody that gets their hands dirty? That's not the boss. The boss tells people what to do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, y'all are looking for a henchman-ass fragrance. That's not Naxos, all right? Both are worth it. They are, Patrick. Aim a car for an edit. A Hyundai. Pegasus, not for me. I don't really like Pegasus as much. I don't really like Pegasus and Herod, personally. But does that mean I'm not going to recommend them? No. Because if you like tobacco, then go for Herod instead of Naxos. If you like kind of a unisex almondy vibe, then go Pegasus, What are your top 5 currently? I will let you know at the end of the month. I'll say it right now. Salt and pepper. You already know that's my baby. I would say I love Lafayette Street. As of lately, I'm putting the one EDT by Dolce & Gabbana on there. Right now, I'm rocking with those 3. Who needs the other 2 right now? If it's taken me a while to think, then they're not standing out as much. Thanks for salt and pepper. I got you. And by the way, that fragrance has been out of stock for 3 weeks, and today it's back in stock. Just so that you guys know, in case y'all want and have been wanting it. I got a message from the owner saying there's been a lot of people over the past month or so that are like, where is it? But it's literally been sold out, and again, it's in stock. So do with that as you will. If you want a discount code, let me know. But if you don't, all good. Melissa, what is your opinion about mixing stainless steel watch with gold jewelry, chains, rings, bracelets, etc.? Would it look better? Would it look better, stainless steel watch with a rubber strap when mixing? You know what? I had those exact thoughts because when I was thinking about, okay, what should I get for my first watch? Stainless steel looks nice, but I'm like, I don't think it's gonna really go with the type of jewelry that I wear. So I I would prefer gold. If you want to get another strap to like a leather one, then go for it. I think that just in the long run would help with other outfits as well. So just having that option there instead of buying like a second watch, you know what I mean? Just get a different strap. That would work. Do I ever think about fragrance combos for couples? I've thought about it before. I've made videos on that actually. That's funny. That's funny, man. Yeah, I saw the pepper a week ago. I've been rocking it every day. Nice. It's so good, right? How has it been? Well, I'm glad that you like it, Patrick, but how has it been when you would step out wearing it? How was the reaction with that? Do I like Tigar by Bulgari? I have not tried that fragrance yet. I still need to and want to. Best fresh perfume? Depends. Like, I love Versace Bright Crystal on the designer side. I also love Rose Blanche by Precious Liquid on the niche side. What do you think makes a scent more feminine or masculine? Does it mainly come down to a certain group of notes or just a feel as to whether a man or woman would pull off the scent? I think it can go both ways. I think that there's already an association that that our society has constructed with it, right? When people think flowers, what's the first thing that comes to your mind when I say flowers, men or women? Women, right? So, and is that saying that it's only for women? No, because there's a lot of fragrances marketed for guys that are floral dominant, like Prada L'Homme is an iris fragrance. And I think there's a John Varvato scent called Artisan Pure. I think it's Artisan Pure that is a white floral fragrance. Or no, wait, is that Artisan Pure? Or is it the Lacoste fragrance I'm thinking? I'm kind of jumbling them up right now in my head. But yeah, it could totally, it's both. It's a matter of both, but how you pull it off is different, and how it plays out on your skin is the most important part, for sure. Because like you can be wearing the most feminine fragrance as a guy, and is it gonna smell like it would on a girl? No, it wouldn't. And vice versa. Like even for me, even though I find red tobacco to be too masculine and I don't personally like it, it's not going to smell as masculine on me than it would on like a big burly guy, you know, because perception is the key. There, I've worn it to work, no compliments yet. You wore it as a work fragrance? Interesting. Yeah, wear that fragrance when you're at a bar or a lounge or like stuff outside of work, or a party. Wear it there. But I'm glad you've been enjoying it. I know you smell fantastic. I think office environments are one of the hardest places for people that, well, you know what? I wouldn't say the hardest. I think strangers in passing, of course, that is the number one for people least likely to compliment because they don't know you and they're not usually going to stop you to ask you or tell you. But also with work, it's like you're there professionally, right? Unless you're somebody that has like a work crush or something and you're trying to impress each other and you're living on the edge that way, then, you know, you could do that. Have I tried? No, I haven't tried lemon mint or Cedrat Rosé Intense. I actually plan to get Cedrat Rosé Intense within the next couple months because everywhere has been pretty sold out of it. And there might potentially, real quick, just between us here, there might potentially be another like massive sale that's happening sooner than y'all think. And if the Cedrat Rosé Intense is on that, your girl might get it. So we'll see. No, I have not. Hi, Antoine. I'm great. Is gatekeeping a fragrance necessarily a bad thing? And have you ever done it? Or would gatekeep a scent? I don't think it's a bad thing. I think that that's definitely more internet speak. You know, in person, nobody really cares about that sort of stuff. No one's going to be like, why are you gatekeeping so hard? You know, like no one's really gonna do that. Because the thing is, if you want to share it, then share it. Typically, if you wear a niche fragrance and you tell people what it is, they're still not gonna know how to get it. They're not gonna know the brand. It's gonna be hard for them to attain it, right? If it's a designer scent and you want to gatekeep it, I understand that, because there are people that, of course, they like your scent, whether it's a friend or a family member, and you say what it is, and next thing you know, they buy that fragrance and they smell like you, and then now the association isn't just you, it's you and that person, when other people in your group or whatever know, like, used to know you for that scent. So in that way, I could see it. It depends on you. Okay, let's see. Hi, Emily. Is Carlisle better than Harrod or vice versa? I like Carlisle better, but if you're a tobacco person, go for Harrod. Any fragrances you got for sale for on my with me here? No, not at the moment, but I will let y'all know when there is just the fragrance sale happening, which again will be sooner than you think. So if you have an Instagram, hit me up on there. I post that sort of stuff on my stories. And real quick, I want to disclose this, y'all, because I know it can be annoying if you watch my videos and you're hearing me say stuff about, a discount site, the discount link for it, blah, 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 and how that can be irritating. Trust me, totally understand it. But from my perspective of it, I get the same question hundreds of times. Like literally all the time, especially when stuff like that is happening. These are the two most popular questions I get is, hey, where can I get this fragrance? And do you know a place I can get it for a discount? So it's helped a lot whenever I make a video and I disclose that in my videos, or if I'm on live and I mention it, whether it's in the title or something like that, because again, if responding to a ton of people with the same sort of stuff, it gets... I'm sure if you've ever worked retail or any sort of thing, if you're getting asked the same question all the time, you know what I'm saying? Like it can get to that point where you're like, okay, how do I find a better way to answer all these questions at the same time? Best clean girl perfume. Another 13 by Le Labo is pretty good. Or is that by Red? It's Le Labo, I think. Also, Lazy Sunday Morning is pretty good. You said for, hold on, which one? Honestly, I felt like Max Aroma doesn't really have the best prices from just, at least when I've looked at other sites, the ones that y'all have told me about. With FragranceNet, I have purchased on FragranceNet before, early on in my stuff and in my fragrance journey and stuff. And yeah, they were legit and things like that, but I've seen Max Aroma with the same prices as like the brand's website and things. So it depends on what you want and buy where you're comfortable, Do you get a headache when you wear Herba Pura? Yeah, oh wait, you did 5 sprays? Holy shit, I could not do even 1 spray is a lot of that fragrance for me. So yeah, that honestly, I don't really like that fragrance. I prefer gold, but up to you. What are the best fresh summer fragrances? I have plenty of cold weather stuff, not the warm scent. Looking at Salt and Pepper and Alicia, maybe. Yeah, know that the warmer ones, they're not going to perform like your sweet fragrances. Just keep that in mind. I love, man, y'all already know I love Salt and Pepper. Sedley is actually pretty decent in performance as far as a freshie goes. Percival does really well, too. So... you didn't post that video yet. Which one? Which video? Jay Tucker. Perfumes that don't cause headaches. I can't say that because it depends person to person. Like to me, Herba Pura gives me a headache, but to somebody else that has a stronger nose than me, they're like, what are you talking about? That doesn't give me a headache. So yeah, Sedley performs great. Greenwich Village is amazing. That is such a good, sweet fragrance. I love that one. What do you think of the new PDM? I'll let you know when I try it. I haven't yet, but I might soon. Hi, single femdom here. That is the best way to literally start a sentence. That's, you win in life. All right. I love Montal Cafe. Okay, Intense Cafe. Looking to get a slightly more masculine scent. Any recommendations? You know what I would say? I would say try Naxos. Try Naxos by Serjoff. It's a honey tobacco fragrance. It is marketed as unisex. On the internet, you're going to hear people say that it's a little bit more masculine. I don't find it to be as masculine, to be honest. I could see like a femdom wearing that fragrance, but it's definitely a showstopper. So give that one a shot. Let me know what you think. All right. Talk about in the comments the website for the samples. Oh, I'm sorry. I've tried to answer everybody's. As far as samples go, I have tried Scent Split. That's really the only one that I've tried. Scentbird, I did once, and they did not have anything available that I wanted, and I ended up getting like the scents I didn't really care too much about, just to kind of make a review on them. But yeah, not my favorite. But you know what? It could be that I ordered it on a day that they were low in stock, so that could be the answer. Feel like the new PDF. You're welcome. Is in the same type of style as Sedley, but I only smelled it once, so I could be wrong. I've heard that it's fruity. It's grapefruit dominant. People compare it to Elysium, so we'll see. Any cheap work fragrances? Was thinking of wearing Assad. You know what? Versace the Dreamer. Yeah, Versace the Dreamer is like a $26 fragrance. And, of course, Cool Water by David Off. Lafayette Street leans Masker Femme. Could you see a female wearing it? I think that it leans more masculine. But, yeah, I could see a woman wearing that fragrance. I myself like to wear it. But then again, y'all know that I tend to wear masculine fragrances anyways. But, yeah, I still think that it's an appley and Broxton fragrance. So it will play differently on a woman than it would on a guy, you know. So yeah, I didn't do their subscription service, so it's, you know, it's okay. Pulled out Montala Herbal Quadu. Ooh, nice. Love that. How was Naxos's projection? Oh, it's so good. The projection, the longevity, it goes over 12 hours. And if you watched one of the older videos I did on it, I did one spray on my hoodie and just left it on my chair. And the next day, my whole hoodie smelled like Naxos. It's almost as if it got stronger, which is crazy. I have tried, I think it was Hypnotizing Fire, but it wasn't the fragrance. It was like a loofah. One of those loofahs that when you run it underwater, it already has soap in it. So, yeah. Let's see, have I ever tried? Yeah, that's the one I just answered. Niche Perfume with Mango. Oh, you know what, Jules? There's a fragrance called Bani, B-A-N-I, that I've talked about. It's from the brand Day 3. You could look it up on my videos and stuff like that. And they have very affordable, like, affordable niche fragrances. I think they're under $150 for full-size bottles of them. Bani was like a photorealistic mango smell, and it just gets better and better as it wears on your skin. I do have a discount there for, I think, 15% off, or maybe something like that. If you want to use it, it's just my name. It's Melissa on the brand's website. But again, check out my video of it. You can get a sample if you want, but they have competitive prices for a niche brand for sure. Craziest compliment from a stranger you've gotten. Okay, from a stranger, it's not like a crazy compliment. Well, you know what? No, that wasn't a stranger. But it's always just wild to be stopped in your tracks by a stranger asking what you're wearing and then them writing it down. But like the craziest compliment I've ever received was when I was at a party and I had one too many drinks and I had to go outside to, you know what I mean? Like I was yakking and somebody was holding back my hair and there was just like a group of people. And they were like, dang, you still smell really good, even though you're throwing up. That was wild to me. And I made a video literally the next day because it stayed in my mind. I was like, that's a core memory of mine now, like especially in my fragrance journey, where I'm like, when does that happen? When, like typically when you're yakking, everyone's just like, you know, they're like, oh, they stay away from you. But people were taking turns smelling me. That's how wild it got, all right? So, great experience, all right? Let's see. Cereal first, all day. The Trap Rev's too feminine for a younger. I'm 23. Current go-to is afternoon swim. Nice. A Trap Rev's it will come across a bit more feminine if you smell it in the air, but test it on your skin. If you have a Louis Vuitton near you, see how it wears on your skin and do with that information as you will. All right. Let's see. I wore Naxos yesterday, all day performance with projection. Woke up today, smelled good. Yes, it's a loud fragrance for sure. Let's see. No, not really. Hi, how's it going? Best scented candle. You know, I've heard a lot about the By the Fireplace one. I have a candle here called Laundry Day that straight up smells like laundry. So, was told Elysium has that effect. It really does have that effect. Teenager fragrances. If you're looking for a masculine teenager fragrance, Why EDP is really good. Why Myself is really good by YSL. Just YSL has good fragrances in general. I would steer clear of the Parfums de Marly stuff like Carlisle and Herod. Yes, teenagers can wear Leighton. Teenagers can wear whatever they want, right? But when you're getting into that territory, you might smell like you just took a fragrance from your dad's cabinet. And then it's not going to come across as, oh, they smell like that, or he smells like that. It's going to come across as, oh, you know, he's just trying to take whatever his dad has. So just be mindful of that. Also, Fierce by Abercrombie and Fitch. It's really good. Made up your mind on. You know what? I really do think that I like the president. I like the Rolex President Day Date. It's just really clean. It's a matter of where I should get it and what is the best price for it. I don't really care too much about getting like the brand new model and all that sort of stuff. Like I've actually heard people rave about the vintage ones, whether it's the 80s, 90s, even the people that have, I think, the 1803 reference number. Some people have theirs from the 50s and 60s and they really love it. So let's see. Yeah, no, it's always like, you can always tell, although with like the trolling sort of stuff, it's always, you know, I don't know, like they like to comment, but they're never like funny. You know what I mean? I feel like that's a common thing with a lot of people that like to troll. They want to do it to get attention, but like if you're gonna troll, like be funny. You know what I'm saying? Like it's never like, it's always like, I don't know, it screams like I get no action. You know, you guys, you know what I'm talking about? Like there'd be like somebody that's like nonstop commenting and it's like literally it screams, I'm a virgin, I'm a virgin. So it's like, you do you, you know. Okay, let's see. You can wear, sure, you can wear that if you want to. Had a woman on a cruise in an elevator tell me I smell so good. Was Millicene? That's wild to do that in front of your wife. All right, that's wild. Grand Suarez, okay. It's all right. Okay. The older models. See, yeah, I mean, I like it. I feel like it's just, I want it to be something that looks good no matter what. You know what I mean? I want it to be something that looks good when I'm dressed up. Also something that looks good when I'm dressed down. So that's the goal for it. What's an overrated perfume? Not really one that's coming to my mind. I feel like a lot of the ones that are super popular are popular for a reason, and I can understand it. Like Baccarat Rouge, Dior Sauvage, people like to hate, but they both have performance, they both smell good, they both get people compliments, and to me, they're perfectly rated, what they are. Really funny is like asking people, blind, not gonna. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like very much like my mind goes on automatic. Like it's just like it doesn't even like read everything because it's like the same non-funny sort of stuff. You know, like when you're in high school and there's like that kid in class that tries so hard to be funny and everybody's side-eyeing and everyone's like, shut up. Like that's basically what it is. So those same people, they go on the internet because they don't get that attention and then they just do their thing. But you know what? You do you. If it makes them happy, that's what matters. That's what matters. That's why I don't bother muting people or doing anything. You can If this is the best way that you can feel good about yourself, I'm gonna let you, because it's all love here on this channel. I have not tried that particular fragrance, but the Maison Crivelli one. I think I tried Iris, or Iris Malikan? Something like that. The Maison Crivellis, you know what? I did try some samples of them, but I really didn't care for them. I really didn't. Original Vetiver. Ooh, is that good? Nice. Top 3, and on summer nights, you know what? I've really, really been loving those 2 masculine fragrances that y'all hear me talk about. Actually, those 3 scents that I mentioned in the beginning of this video, this live actually, which is, you know how much I love Salt and Pepper. The one EDT by Dolce & Gabbana is so good in Lafayette Street. Somebody asked me for my current top 5, and I was already like, I've only been using those 3 fragrances in my rotation. Well, more of Salt and Pepper because the other 2 just came in pretty recent, the full-size bottles of them. But so fire. Thank you. You're pretty. I have not tried that Sershoff fragrance. No. It's good. How many times do I spray Tobacco Vanille? Like at most twice. 2 or 3 times probably. That's all to remember here. Any alternatives I could look for. So they ship internationally, just in case that's something that you want. I don't know any dupes of the fragrance that smell as high quality. Some people say that they're like, oh, it smells like Sauvage. I don't think it smells like Sauvage. The girls that I've been around don't think it smells like Sauvage. It's only been an internet opinion from guys. So do that information as you will. But yeah, they do ship globally. And on top of that, they are back in stock with the fragrance after being sold out for 3 weeks. So if you want to get your hands on it, you can. Discount code Melissa40 if you want to use a discount code, but you don't have to do that. Yeah, you can get samples on their website. You like Creed? Yeah, no, Creed has good fresh fragrances. You know what? I've definitely grown an appreciation for Creed fragrances lately. Especially when that person told me that they mainly do natural ingredients. And they do really good fresh scents. And the weather I live in is perfect for them. And I've also really been growing to love Bond 9 as well. I think Bond 9 is an amazing niche brand. I totally understand a lot of the love that it gets from the fragrance community. And just the fact that when I have seen them before, literally over $400 retail price, and that's always enough to kind of make a person go, ooh. But seeing them at a good price, especially when those massive sales are happening, it's just such a no-brainer, truly. What's the best gender-neutral scent? Oh, there's a lot. And if you want to go for a smell that doesn't smell like you're wearing a fragrance, then Lazy Sunday Morning is good. It's intimate. It's like a clean linen scent along with Another 13 by Le Labo. So you have a link to the website and I will be using your code. Thanks, dude. Well, I think you can check my description box right now if it's there. But you could just Google, if you click the 3 dots there. In my description box, I should have all of those things there. If not, if you go on Google and then you type in Precious Liquid and you click on the brand's website, it's going to be in their limited collection tab. It's not with the regular fragrances for Salt and Pepper. And again, just so you know, their limited collection tab, it's only 75 ml and it's $275. So that's pretty pricey for a fragrance. A lot of people don't want to put down on that. But if you do use the code Melissa40, it takes off $40. So, and it should be free shipping if you live in the United States. Keep that in mind. And again, if it's not in the description box, Google and then the limited collection tab. Silver Mountain Water and Himalaya. I need to try Himalaya. That's the one. And trust me, I will let you know when I try Perseus. It might be sooner than you think. All right? Okay. Thank you, Jay Tucker. I should just say Jay at this point. All right, what do you think of Nomad? Bought it, wore it once, not too sure about it. Nomad is fire if you love rose oud fragrances. If you live in the United States, you know what? Cancel that. If you live in the western part of the world, that DNA is not common. if you live in the East, you're going to smell that sort of stuff a lot, right? That's at least what I've heard. Rose oud combinations are super popular. But here, if you're trying to stand out and be bold with it, Nomad's going to be great. And the good thing about it is it's a likable rose oud scent. Now, for me, I'm not the biggest fan of wearing those scents, but I will always recommend them because I know what they do to people. If you're looking for the head-turning reaction, that's the one to wear. So I would say wear that when you're stepping out at night and, you know, you look good, you want to smell nice, and you want to smell different, then throw on Nomad, and you'll notice that it's gonna, you know, your opinion of it might change, you know. You can talk, okay, Tuck. You got it. You got it. If I could keep 3 niche, what would I choose? Salt and Pepper, that's my baby. Lafayette Street by Bond 9. And niche. I'm trying not to say Elysium because I finished my bottle of it and I'm trying to give other fragrances a chance. I'll say Elysium because I'm already like trying to think of another one. Okay, Nomad is slightly fruity as well. You know what? On my skin, it was mainly rose and oud, and I only had it in a small sample vial, so it could be different. The last fragrance, oh wait, what fragrance did you last give a compliment on? Did I last give a compliment on? It was Lafayette Street and the one EDT by Dolce & Gabbana because I sprayed them on my grandma, my nunai. And I sprayed 2 sprays on each side because she was wearing like a little robe and she liked the smell of them from the bottles. So I applied it on her and I forgot that I applied it on her. So when I went to go see her at night, I went to give her a hug and I'm like, oh, you smell good. And I'm like, holy shit, those are the fragrances I applied. So yeah, even the fact that I forgot about it, but I was like, that smells fantastic. Really good fragrances. Yes, it's Lazy Sunday Morning by Replica or by Maison Margiela. I have tried Sillage. Oh, no, I haven't actually. I haven't tried it after kind of letting it sit in the collection. Thoughts on Van Cleef bracelets? You know what? I wouldn't wear them, but if people want to wear them, go for it. I think that, yeah, they're like, that's something that, I think that it would complement a girl really nicely. But I know there are a lot of guys that want to wear them too, so wear them. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you like that, wear it. I guess I'm just not really a big fan of designer jewelry as much when it comes to Van Cleef, when it comes to Cartier. I would rather go high purity gold at like an Indian gold shop than over there. Hi. How's it going? All right, I will answer the next couple questions before I head out of this live, y'all. Oh, and real quick, anybody's been to Disneyland, any recommendations on things to eat there besides churros? Because it's been a couple years since I've been, and I know that prices probably skyrocketed with their food and stuff like that. But yeah, I had a lobster roll back in the day, and that was pretty good. So the turkey legs, the turkey legs I found them to be a bit too salty for me. So I would have to keep that in mind. But anything else? What else? Ooh, Bengal barbecue. I haven't tried that, but I heard about that. I'm going to do some research on TikTok. Grand Soir worth it for men. If you like amber and vanilla and you kind of want to smell like a thick candle, yes. If you don't like the things I described, then no. No, I haven't tried Summer Hammer before. Oh. The Diamond Eternity bands. Have I seen those ones? I think if it's what I'm thinking about, sure. Why not? I actually, oh, you got it? Nice, man. Let me know what you think about it. And again, when it comes to salt and pepper, I always give this forewarning. Tuck. See, I remembered. A lot of guys, when they first try it, they like, to the masculine nose it might be okay, but tell me how it is when you wear it around women. Give me that update. All right, then tell me how it goes. But what was I saying before that? The Diamond Eternity bands? Yeah, why not, dude? Though this is what I was saying. I had a conversation the other day about if diamonds are feminine or masculine, and I want your guys' take on that. If, because I know it's just a stone, right? But in your opinion, what do you guys think? Thank you for the support. I know you're wanting a Rolex, Daddy, but have I looked at the Omega Chesters? You know, I haven't. The Omega fragrances. The Omega, what's it called? The watches that were told to me by you guys were the Aquaterra, the Speedmaster, and the Seamaster, and I think they only come in 40 to 41 millimeters, and that's too big for my wrist. Feminine. All right. Yeah. Because, no lie, I was having this talk, and I think, of course, diamonds, anybody could wear them. When I first think of them, I think feminine. And the thing is, a lot of guys that I see that are interested in wearing diamonds and stuff, they kind of give me sassy men energy. Again, I'm not saying that in a bad way, by the way. But very much, or they're probably younger, like early 20s or something, and they want something to flex. So they'll get like an iced out chain because they're trying to emulate their favorite rappers or their favorite athletes and stuff, but they're just like a regular person. You know what I'm saying? So like if I were to see a guy with like an iced, like even like an iced out bezel with diamonds or diamond watch, diamond stuff like that, it does come across as like sassy man to me. But, and again, I say that with love. Thoughts on Joe Malone fragrances? They're good. Performance is a little bit lackluster, but they're a good, safe, unique option. When I say unique, I put that in quotes because, of course, in the fragrance community, they're not unique. But to people that are just used to smelling things in stores, it's a good option. I like a tasteful diamond ring on it. Yeah, nice. You don't get the pearls option. Okay, I could see that. I will say that, of course, it's just, at least for me, a lot of the guys that I know that really exude just like that, that masculine type energy. Typically, when it comes to, like with watches, for example, they like the stainless steel stuff. They want like fluted bezel. They just want like a clean stainless steel, maybe with a black face, blue face dial. And like that's just from what I've seen. And again, it's different from person to person. Like if you're a guy that likes wearing diamonds, hell yeah, wear your diamonds. Wear your freaking diamonds. You know what I mean? Okay, try Trustars 26. Ooh, nice. I will definitely be taking a look at that. Because right now with that date, I am convinced that the 36 millimeter would be pretty fire. I've been looking at videos on it, so let's see. What do you think of feminine women wearing masculine perfumes? I love Silver Mountain Water by Creed. I love it. I absolutely love it. Yeah, do it. Wear it. Be happy with it. Do you think it's worth it to get Lafayette Street if I already have Eros and Leighton? Not sure if they're similar or not. I don't find them to be similar. I don't think Lafayette Street is anything that would be confused with Leighton or Eros at all. Like I said, it's more of a work hard, play hard fragrance. It's like a work appropriate scent, but it also smells sexy when you're being casual with it. Okay. Oh, I appreciate you. Thank you. You're sweet. You are super sweet. And tell your GF that I fully support your relationship. So she got nothing to be worried about. You know, what fragrance do you wear? What's your go-to scent? No, don't take it that way. You know what I'm saying? And I think that people, when they hear the word sassy, they think, oh, gay. But no, it's not. It's not at all. I think that if you want to, I just think that it comes across like what people were saying here. They're like, it seems more feminine. But don't take that as like a a negative thing. Typically when guys hear that, it like hits their ego and they're like, oh gosh, that's like, it's like calling me gay. It's not. Ain't nobody said that. You know what I'm saying? All right. It showed me classic trend is coming back. Too much diamonds. You know what I do see for sure, the ice, there is a trend with like moissanite. A lot of people want to be flashy, they want things to be shiny and stuff, and it's all personal taste with it. If you love diamonds, like I always say, wear what you like, whether it's fragrances, whether it's jewelry, whether it's, if you want to wear moissanite and it's a bit more affordable, do it. Do it. Remembered, my husband wears a bracelet only for special occasions that has his name spelled in diamonds, and I think it's so masculine. Boom. There you go. It's how you wear it. I appreciate it, Jaden. Okay, have I checked on Marpiquets? I have seen the Royal Oak. It's nice. 39 is still big for me, personally. I think even 36 I was worried about. I'm like, is that going to push it? So we'll see. Hi. Absolutely. You already know. You already know. All right. Bath and Body Works fragrances. Okay, cool. Real quick, did anybody watch the live action Avatar? I loved it. I love that thing on Netflix. I think it got way too much hate online from social media, and to me, a lot of the people that were hating were like grown folks, like people that, of course, were not born and raised with it, were raised with it. Like myself, when I was a kid, I watched that show, and I thought it was fantastic. But a lot of people that were like, that I guess are really into that fandom and stuff, were being total douchebags to the actors. These actors are like 17 years old, man. I'm like, you hated, like, you're in the comment section of a teenage girl with two paragraphs telling her how she needs to learn how to take acting classes and show emotion. I'm like, you're not on her level. If you're hating on a 17-year-old and you're in her comment section doing that, that's just like bottom of the barrel attitude. You know what I'm saying? You loved it? I loved it. I thought it was great. Cartier tank is nice. I like the circle faces for me. Maybe in the future, if I want to get into the rectangular designs, then I might get something like that. But as of right now, that's what I like. It's really good. I think people were hating on what's it called? Hold on. I heard that they got 2 and 3 approved. People were hating on all of them, essentially. Like, they were hating on all of them, especially like the girl that plays Azula. I thought she was a fantastic actress, but they were like, oh no, she doesn't, they were just making fun of her weight, and I was like, that's, I don't know, like, and I think in the story she's supposed to be like 14 years old, even though the cartoon looks like she's 35. You know what I'm saying? And people were like hating on that. I'm like, that's a 14-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Why do you guys care so much? That's some weird shit. I think a lot of people really loved the show, but they just are not on the internet whining about it. Then typically that's how it goes. When people like things, they show it by just there's a lot of views. But it's the people that always have negative things to say that are going to be on the internet making video after video about how it's not like better than the animated version and how they wanted more energy and shit from certain characters. I'm like, you realize in the movie, like in like the animation, like there's a lot of like this sort of fucking movement of like characters like doing like big beyond shit like that. Do people in real life do that? No. Like, you're expecting somebody to act like a cartoon? Like, straight up like do like those sort of movements? Like, that's, if that were to actually happen, people would cringe. All right? They would cringe. I agree with you. I love Lafayette Street. JLC Reverso. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna keep that in mind. Do I like school? I loved school. I graduated college back in 2018, but I really had, I'm blessed to have had a really good childhood. Like, ever since I was in school, from the time I was 3 all the way till I was like 22, loved my college experience, loved my high school experience, loved my middle school experience, my grade school experience. I just had a lot of love, I don't watch anime. No. My major, I was a poli-sci major. I was thinking of going the law route. But This is so much better. This is so much more fun. Thanks. That's you. You're beautiful, Ava. Appreciate that. But yeah, that show was super good. Those kids, very talented. I put it into perspective of like I have when I was 11 or when I had little cousins that were 11 and 12, could they do that? It's like wild. Career advice. What type of advice do you want about like kind of what I'm doing or what you want to do? Best Christmas present I ever got. Oh man, all of them. I really can't pick. I was raised by my parents to never expect gifts, right? So it's like whenever you receive anything, always be grateful. Like from the time I was a kid, that was just like ingrained in me that whenever it was my birthday or whenever it was Christmas, they would always tell me be thankful for what you get and never expect to get gifts. Because when you expect things, then you start to be like, you have those kids that are like, I don't like that. I don't blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? They act like that. So I was always grateful, even if it was a pair of socks or if it was an Xbox when I was like in fourth grade with my sister. Like it was like a shirt. It really didn't matter. Like In-N-Out gift card, I acted like it was like a Ferrari. So 7-Eleven, baby. Hi. Where do you see yourself in 3 to 5 years? Dang, man. Maybe in a serious relationship with somebody I love. I see myself I love what I'm doing now. You know what I mean? I just want to continue to grow my platforms and talk about the interests that I have and just expand with my channels and just like, because this what came really out of nowhere. It came from me just being honest with my opinions and posting my opinions online, and people have been very receptive to that. So it's taken me this far so far, and to just, I don't know, to cultivate that and grow that, that's what I would love. So that's the plan. All right. I don't really watch soccer as much, but from the videos I've seen of Ronaldo, it seems cool. I got no reason to hate on anybody. So I can't say Messi or Ronaldo. I know that Messi is that he is the GOAT, isn't he? Even though I'm not like a soccer fan, I know that he's broken a lot of records. Let's see. Oh, I'm for sure for the ladies. I love the ladies. Okay. Is it your full-time job of psychic for now? It started as just like a hobby, and then it turned into a full-time thing. Like the opportunities have just been amazing. Like being able to do this has just been so fun, dude. So fun. All right. I'm in the U.S. In the U.S., what cologne do you think attracts women? Oh man, I got a lot of videos on that. Like I said, Salt and Pepper by Precious Liquid is my baby. With that is a super sexy fragrance, and it's the sort of scent that you wear if you only want compliments from women. It's the scent that you wear it around guys, they're not really gonna care about it as much. They're like, if you're a guy and you try it, you might not understand the sex appeal, but you wear that around women, you'll understand. You'll be like, okay. If I don't like this, I know that, like, if you were to blind buy it, right, this is how it would go down. You'd wear it, worst case scenario, you're not really feeling it, right? You throw it on, not really feeling it, but you go to a party that night, or you go to some sort of event, and all of a sudden, you're getting a lot of compliments from women on the fragrance. And then in your mind, is that going to change how you feel about it? No. But you're going to say, okay, I'm still going to get wear out of this fragrance because I know I can wear it and people are going to love it. Now, I do have a discount code for it if you want. It's $40 off. You don't have to use it if you don't want to. Like, if you use the code, just transparency, I get a slight bit of commission, so buy where you're comfortable, but it is the cheapest way to get that fragrance. And it is a pricey scent, all right? So it goes for $275 for a 75 ml. But again, Melissa 40, if you use that code, it takes out $40, and that's the cheapest place that you can get it. Am I in a relationship? I am not in one right now, but I mean, why not be honest with y'all right now? There is somebody that I am interested in. She's great. She's great. Sadly, they don't ship to Egypt. For real? When I talked to them, they said that they do global shipping now. So they could ship anywhere in the world. But, like, you know, if you were the one to ask them, then, you know, I would go for what you said. Let me see. I've been wanting to review fragrances and watches on YouTube, but I'm too camera shy and old. There's no such thing as being too old, y'all. No such thing as that. Do it. If you want to do it. And the thing is, you don't even have to be present in front of the camera. If your skills are better with you doing a voiceover, and maybe it's like your POV, right? So you're holding the fragrance and the camera, like the camera's here, and you're just talking about it like that, people will gravitate to what they like. You are your own niche. So there are people that hate my videos. They're like straight up, they just don't understand it. And they're like, I don't know why people watch you. I think you're ass. I think you're garbage. And that's because they do not connect with me. And does that make me sad? No. Like, that's why I love the idea of anybody creating their channel and talking about whatever they want. Somebody asked me a question recently of, do you think that the fragrance niche is oversaturated with creators now? And I'm like, no. I think if anything, there could be more people to create things because different people are going to gravitate to different people. So that's what I say. Could somebody under 20 pull off salt and pepper? I don't see it as a teenager fragrance, to be honest. If you're 18, 19, sure. Like, it would still work, but it's a grown scent. You know what I mean? Like, the sex appeal of it is like, it's not like puppy love teenager. Like, it smells fucking sexy, you know? All right. Hate your videos, but why? It's just some people don't like it. Well, for one, there's a lot of homophobic people out there, and I am very out with my sexuality. Y'all know that I'm a lesbian, and people hate that. You know, they hear me talk about, oh, I love when girls wear this, and they're like, yay! Oh my god, you're a dog! Like, they'll say shit like that, and I'll just be like, all right, like, that's cool. So that's a reason people hate my stuff. Other things, maybe they also don't get my sense of humor. I keep a straight face when I say ridiculous shit, and people take that as real. They're like, how dare you say that? That is so... I'm like, you guys don't know that I'm being sarcastic? And, you know, they can't clock my sarcasm. Other people just come on my channel and they're hella racist. They see that I am brown-skinned, and I get ridiculous racist comments. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks to say that I've been numb to them, but that's just what happens when you put yourself out on the internet. People always try to find a way to pull you down, and there's things about you that not everybody will like, and that's just the normality of the game. Like, if you want to be successful in it, you have to be able to take that heat. It's unfortunate, but it doesn't bother me. You know, I'm not going to cry about it. There are some successful older fragrance reviewers. Yeah. I think it's also, I've noticed that the older reviewers are really into the detail and about the artistry of the fragrances, not so much about smelling good and seeing how it's going to be received when you're at a club or a bar or hanging out with friends, right? It's more about, oh, like, this is how the fragrance was curated, and this was the idea behind it and the history behind it. And there's a lot of people that love that sort of content. So do it. Absolutely do it. Okay, I asked this to all the scent influencers. Unisex was the wave, and now oud is the current it girl. What do you think will be the next evolution in fragrance? It's all a cycle. Everything cycles back in the same way that fashion does. Like, before, bell-bottom jeans were super popular, and then literally 10 years later, everyone's like, ew, that was cringy. And because of the internet, things cycle so fast. So the next trend, or what is currently what I see, is the whole clean aesthetic of, like, smelling like you don't actually wear a fragrance, but you smell rich, and that's how you naturally smell. So those things, that's going to be popular for a time being. And then someone's going to come on the internet and say, am I the only one that misses wearing the loud oud fragrances or the loud sweet gourmand scents? And people in the comment section are going to be like, oh, I thought I was the only one. I love those. I could never with just the simple minimalistic, boring ones. And then that trend is gonna say it's the same sort of shit. And then when that's popular, guess who's gonna be on the internet saying, "Am I the only one that likes the simple things that finds that outlandish?" Oh, and then everyone in the comment section, same shit. So it's the same thing over and over and over again. Hi, I subscribed to you because your shorts kept popping up. Thanks! That's sweet. That's crazy. I actually appreciate how you do your content. Thank you. Thank you. Salt and Pepper by Precious Liquid. No, I haven't tried that one. Inspirational. Thank you. I appreciate that. I love, and you know what? And that doesn't stop me. That, like, even though I'll get, like, negative stuff from that, I'll still make a video about, like, with that same sort of sense of humor, because that's who I am, right? The same way that, like, those little parts of my personality are a part of who I am, even though people might not like that. Like, there will be people that try to separate me from, like, well, you don't have to talk about how you liked when a girl wore that because it makes them uncomfortable when I say that. But I'm like, that's literally part of my experience, so I'm gonna share it. You know what I'm saying? I liked it on 275. No, it's called Salt and Pepper. Salt and Pepper. I do have a link in the description box for it, but you can actually just type in Precious Liquid on Google, and then you have to click the limited collection tab though, because that's where Salt and Pepper is. It's not going to be with the regular scents. So click the limited collection tab. Melissa40 is the discount code, and then you get $40 off. If you're in the United States, then it's free shipping. Gotta ignore them. Yeah, no, I think it's, and that's what I do. Sometimes I'll entertain it just because it's funny, but it's really a part of it. When I see it, like I tell y'all, and this is for all the people aspiring to want to create their own channel, but they're kind of a bit worried about how people are going to receive them. From my experience, a lot of the times the people that are really hating they fall into two categories. They fall into middle-aged guy that's single, you know what I'm saying, that really's got nothing to do, or prepubescent middle school boy that is trying, you know what I mean? Like the type of, like when you're at the grocery store and you see the 10-year-old or the 11-year-old with one AirPod in, and they're constantly like, on God, bet, on God, bet, on God, bro, bet. Like those are the type of people that like to troll and like to, try to get attention that way. So if you're gonna let those people decide for you whether or not, like, you should put out content, don't. When you put a face to the type of people they are behind the screen, it makes it so easy to just make content. Scariest moment in my life was when I was in San Francisco. I went for a wedding, and 4 a.m. my sister and I were sharing a room. This dude was banging on our door, like literally like trying to get into our room for 20 minutes. I was on the phone with 911, and they were like, we're sending police over. And my sister tried calling the front desk and nobody was picking up. That was really scary. Then we went to the front desk after, when the cops came, and the manager was like saying stuff like, she was very dismissive, and I actually posted like a video of it just for forewarning if anybody were to go to the Intercontinental. It was a terrible experience that we had, and she was just being very like not even empathetic at all to the situation. She was just like stone face, didn't even say like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that you guys went through that. And she was like a woman too, and we were saying, we were worried. There's this guy that was banging on our door that, as a woman, you get scared about that sort of stuff, right? And, like, I can't say, like, the R word, but we were worried of, like, that might be what would happen. And she's like, well, you guys didn't get... She's like, well, that didn't happen, so... We're like, because we called the cops. It was so bad. It really pissed me off to see just people be very inhumane like that, so... I haven't tried that Valentino fragrance. You really push and motivate people. Haters, I love that. I love that. I feel like a lot of people that are in their zone that create content and stuff like that, they don't really, you know what I mean? You just do it. At some point when you keep seeing, like the thing is, it's never anything new, right? A lot of the hate that you're gonna be receiving, it's recycled stuff. It's the same sort of stuff. So you just have to be strong with yourself mentally of knowing yourself, right? If you are somebody that's going to be influenced by what other people say, then it's not going to be for you. But if you're strong about who you are, no matter what they throw at you, it's the same shit over and over and over again. No camera footage. That's what we asked. We literally said, "Are there any cameras in the hallway?" And she's like, "No, we only have them in the elevators." And we were like, "This is it." It was just, she was very much gaslighting our experience with it. And the thing is, my sister straight up told her, "We're like, we're not coming for you. We're not attacking you. We're just telling you that this was really scary." And we tried to get a hold of the front desk. Nobody was picking up. And she was just like, "Well, there's nothing we can do about it now. Like, you're safe. Do you want a new room?" But we were like, "We're literally leaving in the morning." And she's like, "If you're so scared, why don't we just get you a new room?" And we're like, that's not our point. So she was terrible. Her name was Faven at the Intercontinental in San Francisco. Faven. Garbage. We even tried to escalate it to the higher ups and stuff like that. Same sort of response. So I would never, ever, ever stay at the Intercontinental. They don't value any of their clientele. And before anybody says, "Well, it's San Francisco, what do you expect?" Stuff like that happens. It's like, that's not really even, you know what I'm saying? And I had people tell me, "Well, it's not an issue. Like, if you carry blah, blah, blah." I'm like, "Yo, I was there for a wedding. I don't go to random hotels just to go to hotels. I was there for a quick wedding." You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, it was terrible. It was terrible. Juliet has a gun. Kind of a pass. Not really a fan of them. No, I haven't tried Mind Game. Shout out to Toronto. Yeah, Henwell, it was not a good experience at all. Literally at all. Received my precious liquid sample set yesterday. Salt and pepper scent of the day. Recommendation on point. Love that, dude. Love that. Sounds like... So here's the crazy part, real quick, is that person that ended up banging on our door was actually at the same wedding that we were at. It was a wedding guest. It was a wedding guest that thought he was he was knocking on, it was his room. That's what he thought. And he was trying to wake up his friends that were in that room. But when our cousin came, because we called our cousins, and he was asking the guy, "Okay, what's your room number?" And he wouldn't even say what the room number was. He was just like, "This is my room, this is my room." And then when we finally opened up, he was like, "Oh shit." Oh, you know what I mean? It's like, what do you mean this is your room? You can't even say what your room number is? Like, everybody knows what the room number is. So it was some bullshit. So that's why I was like very skeptical about it. It's like, you can't even answer that question, and his room was the room next door. Is the crazy thing. So it was terrible. I don't care. You know what? I don't even think it's about being high or anything like that, because I think all of us, I mean, I don't want to say all of us, but all of us have in this chat have probably been drunk out of your minds, shit-faced, and just high as fuck. Okay? Like, a lot of us have been there. And y'all have never gone to that point to do that to somebody. Unless you're a fucking weirdo. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could be drunk out of my mind, high out of my mind, but I'm not gonna go do that for 20 minutes straight and not get an answer. I would instead be like, go to the front desk, be like, "Yo, my key's not working. I'm trying to get into my room." That's what a normal ass person would do. So that's why that excuse, to me, it never, I never feel sympathy to that. Oud Symphony, not my vibe. You know what? Yeah, that one, that's a niche lover's fragrance right there. If I found that, like, typically people that aren't as into salt and pepper really like Oud Symphony because it's unique. That's for the niche lover. Okay. Hi. Do I got that southern twang? Super interesting. You always talk about your girlfriend in videos. We broke up. We broke up last year. So, and the reason why I would bring it up constantly is because I would get so many comments from guys that just don't get the hint that I'm not straight. So it's like, I gotta tell you, I try to make it as obvious as possible that we play for the same team. You know what I mean? I think it's obvious, but some people don't get it, and it's totally fine. So try to be, I'm just I keep it real. And yeah, if you didn't know your room number, still, like, you're not gonna go banging, like, literally, like, trying to bust into a door, like, throwing yourself at the door for 20, 30 minutes. That's wild. Okay, let's see. My cousin's husband came, like, they all kind of, we sent it in, like, the family group chat, our cousin group chat, and they were the first ones on the scene there. And they heard it right when they got out of the elevator, and we were on the other end of the room, the hallway, I mean. So he was like, hey, like, my cousins are in there, like, what are you doing? And he's like, no, this is my room. And he's like, no, it's not. It's not your room. So he was in the wrong. Same situation happened to my girl. She was in the passenger seat when we went to the store. Some lunatic thinking it was his car. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's like, and in those situations when it comes to the hotel, I think something, oh, this is what the manager said. She was like, well, you could have came to report if the phone wasn't working. You should have went to the front desk. We're like, lady, the dude was throwing himself he was at the door. You expect us to just open the door and say, 1 second, you crazy weirdo. We're going to go downstairs to ask where help is. And she just kept a stone face. I'm like she took his side with everything. And I was like, what the hell is going on? It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. So, no, I appreciate that. Happy birthday. I'm from California. Yeah, no, you get me. You get me. Absolutely. I am gay. And everybody in this comment section that has ever commented is also gay. So, I'm happy to hear that you're also a part of the community. So shout out. All right. Yeah, no, it was freaking wild. It was freaking wild. But real quick, dude, this live it's been fun. But I probably want to lift some weights right now, y'all. Just in that mood, you know what I'm saying? So, any other questions before I head out? And again, y'all, that salt and pepper has been restocked since I've been getting a lot of comments about it and stuff. So it's all good. You know, I say that, but I know people like to use gay as like a derogatory thing. Like, oh, like that's gay. Like, I am gay, so like, thank you for stating the obvious. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. We chillin'. We are chillin'. Gym vlog. I don't go to the gym, y'all. I do, like, I have a home sort of setup, so that's basically what I use. I don't know, and honestly, I wouldn't feel comfortable personally having my own, like, a recording setup in the gym. Like, shout out to the people that do that. I think it takes a lot of guts to film in public. That's something that I have a hard time doing. But be safe when you do it, all right? Be safe. I don't know. You can hit them up. From what I know, I think I said earlier that they do ship globally. But again, I'm not, like, that's not my brand. So please feel free to just message them with all of that sort of stuff about it. Because I don't know the back end stuff. All I know is that I like the way the fragrances smell. And if you guys want to get it, get it. If you want it for a discount, always let me know. And then I'll hook it up with whatever discount code that I have for y'all. All right? I'll see y'all later. Peace and love. Peace and love.